Hey guys, Clay here from Ham Shack Down. Hey, today we're going to go over a pack system that I carry. Usually it's like a daily. I usually throw it in the truck or keep it around my waist or something when I'm out in the field. And we'll go over some EDC items. To give you a little background, I've never been in the military, but most of the stuff that I've learned are skills from military personnel and, just watching videos and learning and educating myself. So I know enough to do pretty well for myself in the outdoors. But I'm also been bushcrafting for, many years, running through survival skills. At one time I was going to have a class. Actually, it was called Wisconsin Outdoor Adventure Training. I may start that up at some point, but if there's enough interest. But that was kind of something separate that I wanted to do a while back. But the EDC items, I'll kind of show you. I have some stuff laid out on the table, what I bring with me every day. As far as concealed carry or anything like that, or carrying a weapon system, I do occasionally, depending on the environment and where I'm at, and that'll be for a separate video. But most of the stuff that I carry in my pack that I throw in the truck, that stuff's non-negotiable for me. Those are items that will help me get by, get me to a location where I can reevaluate things. Some of those basic components are just like your basic IFAC components that you would put together in a medical kit, and water is really important for me. So with the skills that I have, I like the mentality that some of the military uses, kind of pack what you're going to use for that specific operation, or because for me, everything kind of changes. When I do videos, now I have to kind of like re-evaluate what I'm going to bring along, how I'm going to pack, and I usually wind up bringing more gear than I need to now. But before I started doing this, when I would go out by myself, I wouldn't bring very much. I would just bring the basic gear and the things that I needed. So things are kind of changing a little bit, running the videos and that. But we'll go through some of the gear. I got some stuff laid out on the table, and we'll take a look. All right, so I have a few items laid out here. So this here is the Streamlight ProTac 1 AAA. It's got 3 different modes: high, medium, and low, and then it has a strobe. It's small enough that I can carry in my pocket on an everyday carry. The knife that I've been running for years now is the SE Avispa. This has been a great knife. It's flat. It fits good in the pocket. It's got this retaining clip here. And SE just makes great stuff. I've been running their knives for a long time. I have the SE4, the SE5, and they just make a really good product. They make one that's a little bit smaller than this. I forget the name of it, but this has been my go-to knife that I've been everyday carrying for, boy, I would say 6-7 years now. I've probably replaced it a couple times, but this is kind of like my go-to pocket knife. The watch that I'm running is the Seiko 5. It's an analog watch. It has the time, the date, the days of the week on it. I use this for my compass as well. Okay guys, so here's a little tip. Here's my shadow. The sun is directly behind me. And when I'm using my watch as a compass on an analog watch, you're going to point the hour hand towards the direction of the sun, which is opposite of my shadow here. And halfway between there and 12 o'clock is going to be your south bearing in the northern hemisphere. So halfway mark would be roughly the 11-12 minute mark on the watch. So if we point it in that direction, that is going to be south in the northern hemisphere. I also like the fact that it's an automatic watch. It doesn't take any batteries. It's got a system in the back here that I'll kind of take apart here. But this kind of winds. You can kind of shake it up and it'll keep going, which is kind of nice. So I don't have to depend on batteries there. It's been pretty accurate for the most part. I do notice that, every few months or something that I'll have to kind of like readjust the time because, just like any watch, there is some tolerance level there. So this is what I carry every day on my person, and it's been working out really well. The other items that I have, I'll set this stuff aside here for a moment, is the BK2 Becker. This knife has been rock solid, and I've had this probably for close to 10 years now. This is my go-to knife. It sits nice in the sheath. It's got a 1/4-inch blade on it. I like the slight drop point on it. It is a full tang blade. When I first bought this, it was the grip. I wound up taking a saw blade and putting some serrations throughout it, just for some extra grip. That's kind of before I knew about stippling. So I just been running it. It fits good in the hand. You know, guys with larger hands, it's got this little bump out in the back here, which is kind of nice, so you can get a good solid grip on it. But this comes with me. Yeah. I also keep a set of gloves. These are the Emcomm Mechanics. These are great. They fit really well. The leather on the inside, you can kind of see. And I always keep a pair of gloves. This is kind of like a net. I've ran this as dual purpose. You know, you can use this for a scarf. You can use this just to break up your silhouette. You can throw it over your backpack if you want to just use it for, you can kind of bring it up over your face. You know, maybe I'll give you an example of that, but I always bring this along as well. As far as the items in my pack here, I'll kind of spin this around. It's winter here kind of yet. We're coming up on spring pretty quick, but it's still like, 20, 30 degrees at times. And one thing I keep in the back, I always carry a couple of hand warmers, and I keep a contractor garbage bag. These are nice for just, if you need a makeup rain jacket, or you need to put together a little shelter, or if you're trying to communicate and you just need to cover up the equipment. That's kind of nice to have. They're heavy duty. The other items, I'll start over here on this side. I always keep a ferro rod with me. You can bring whatever kind you want. I know some guys like to run the ones that are just kind of like the long stick. This is just kind of like, something I throw in the pack. I mean, it's not going to get used a lot. And then I carry a spare lighter. So that fits in here. On this side, this is the coolest tool, you guys, especially for like urban environments. This is called a silcock key. And if you've ever seen like a city building, or I would say mostly city buildings or commercial properties, they have at their faucets, their spigots, they have these, they don't have like a regular knob that you can turn. So they have this little, it's like a little wrench. This is like a wrench that you can use to open up the valves, turn things off. There's a company called, I think it's Woodford, that makes these little gates. I'll try and bring a picture if I can find one. But they have a little like door flap that goes over the actual spigot. So this is a nice little way to just obtain water. Water is a big thing. That's a priority on my list. Not so much the food, just because of my background and experience being out in the woods. In this compartment here, I carry a platypus container for getting access to water. And I like the fact that it has a water bottle style cap on it. I can use that in coordination with this guy here. I do run a Camelback at times. The platypus container will fit on top of here like this, and you can run the backfill your Camelback if you elevate it up kind of over your head. So I always carry this guy here as well. The other item that I carry is this water filter. I have 2 more of these brand new in a package that I've just accumulated over the years, and I'm going to do a giveaway because I find extreme value in these things. I don't even think they make these anymore. They make one similar by another company, but the cool thing about this is a water filter, and it has a Camelback attachment, so you can just drink, if you want to dirty your Camelback water with, I would consider it black water. The other cool thing is that this comes with a straw, and you can use that to drink directly from a water source. And you can also, it's also threaded. Let me see if I can get this light here. It's also threaded on the inside, which you can hook this up to a spigot. You can hook this up to a hot water heater in a house. So this thing has many uses. The filters, I think this one came out on me here. It's creeping around here somewhere, probably just popped out. But there's a pre-filter in here, and I carry extra ones here. They hold up to 500 gallons, or they're good up for up to 500 gallons of water. And those are replaceable, but those just fit right in here, and then this is the actual filter itself. So this slides on here, or screws onto here, and then this is just a bite valve. So that was the water filter that I like to carry. The other item, I always carry a light with me. It's got 3 different settings. This one here is by Streamlight again. I kind of like their products. They make some good stuff. I have an old Tactica XP around here that I still like to use, but the back cover kind of broke, so I'm seeing if I can get a replacement part, but this is what I'm using temporarily. I always like to have a spare light. Going back to kind of water, I always have the water tablets. I keep a couple handy. I also have some in a little pack, what I consider my boo-boo pouch or my boo-boo kit. I carry, this thing is really cool. It's super light. It's got a coarse and a fine section. I think it's made by Gerber. I don't even know if they make these anymore, but if they do, I'll leave a link. But this, I just run my blade a few times on the coarse, a few times on the fine, and and it just keeps a nice edge on my blade. Let's see, the other item, I do carry a chest seal. The only thing I'm missing from this pack right now, and it's just because I wanted to find something different, was I wanted to get a new tourniquet. I usually carry a tourniquet in like my IFAC system or my IFAC pack, but I don't like the one that I have has that clamp on it that you have to kind of twist to clamp down, and I wanted something a little flatter that would maybe fit in here. But I carry a chest seal, an Israeli badge. I have it pre-opened up, and I also keep this little pack here for directions. Sometimes when you're under stress, it's just nice to have some instructions on a few things. This here was a head net by Sea to Summit. This thing is great. It's really lightweight, and I'll tell you what, when you're fooling around, whether casually or you're in a situation where you're out in the woods with mosquitoes, it is terrible. It will drive you nuts, and just to have something that you can throw in a pack is kind of nice. And I'll get some different pictures and some frame shots of this stuff kind of individually. But this just packs into here, and it's nice because I can just add that right inside there. The other item, a couple items that I carry, another Quick Clot combat gauze. This is the Z-Fold hemostatic dressing. These are really nice, just in case you have a little bit larger laceration, or there's many uses for this. And then I always carry the boo-boo kit. This is just something I put together that suits my needs. It's got some bandages in here, some Neosporin, some ibuprofen, some toothpicks, different size Band-Aids. It's the times when it's most annoying when you get like a little scrape or scratch, or something, or a cut from something. You got to keep yourself healthy. You got to keep yourself clean, and just being able to take care of yourself is huge, especially in stressful environments. The other cool thing was this little first aid guide. I pulled this out of another first aid kit. And it's nice to have just something that's going to have some reference. There's a table of contents in here, and then it's got all different scenarios. Assessing the situation, amputation, breathing problems, bleeding, burns, sculling, broken bone fractures, just all different things that you can kind of reference to. You know, when you're in that kind of situation, it's nice to just take a breather and just kind of recoup and re-get your train of thought, you know, even with any injury, just to stop for a few minutes and regain your composure. You know, like, share, subscribe, and let's get some conversation going in the comments section. Let me know what you guys carry. Let me know your thoughts, and if there's things that you can see that can be changed or improved on, feel free to share that in the comments.